Hello, guys, and welcome back to once again another live stream here on the VV Thomas platform. As usually on Wednesdays, we've got the Phoenix Racing League here racing another league race in Imola today. It is going to be season six, round eight of their season. Well, of their season six. I mean, I already said it, so it doesn't really matter. Today we will be driving a short qualifying with a 50% race afterwards. As I said already, it's going to be Imola. Let's go straight into the introduction here. We've got my face, but that should be deleted in a couple of seconds. There we go. Previous race, we saw some interesting things happening. A lot of people crash actually. But we had DRL Mike winning the race with Tutski Beard being in P2. Then we had Lucky in P3. So all of those three drivers did an amazing job trying to get the finish line and get as many points on the board for their team. So that's what happened in United States Grand Prix. Then we're going straight over to the track information. As I said already, we will be racing on the Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari here in Italy, more known as Imola. The total population will be 60 million, well, somewhere around that number. And the first Grand Prix ever held will be happened in 1980. The most Grand Prix ever won on this track is by Schumacher. He has won seven in total. And well, no, well, it is on this track, but not on this Grand Prix. Well, here's the thing, a couple of years ago, the Grand Prix used to be called the I don't know what it was called. I think it was still called the Imola Grand Prix, but the country was different because right now Imola, well, they're racing under the Italian flag, but it used to be under the San Marino flag. So that's what's up there with the total of number of Grand Prix wins. If you really take it into account, it is probably Max Verstappen who has won it twice because there was a little break in between 2000 something and 2020, if I remember that well, 2021. Not too sure there, but let's not get into detail with that. The quali record will be a 113.6 and the lap record will be around 115.4. Let's go straight into the track layout as we got 33 laps coming up. 32, my apologies. I misread that a little bit there. The best overtaking opportunities will happen in turn two, where you've got a hard braking zone down the left side, and then you can easily make a dive bomb in there as you got a right hander, turn three, that is, which you also have. Well, you need to have a good exit coming out of turn two to be able to make turn three and turn four. So that's basically the thing there. You just have to make sure you're having a good entry into turn two, good exit out of turn three, and then you can easily make a dive bomb into turn five, which is also a good overtaking opportunity as you can see on screen. It's basically, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the same turn as turn two, but it is a bit the same, so you can easily go side by side through there. You do have to watch out in the exit of turn six, though, as you will be easily going onto the gravel there. You've got turn seven, which is a hard, well, not a hard braking zone, but it's like medium braking zone. And it's like very nice going side by side through that corner, and whoever has the better exit is going to win the corner and be a little bit faster on the straight. And then going into turn nine, you will have, well, you will be in front of the guy you just passed, of course. Then going into the strategy prediction, it will be a medium hard strategy or a hard medium strategy, maybe a soft hard because the tire degradation rate is not that high. Tire overheating probability is quite high, but if you can manage the softs at the beginning of the race, I'm pretty sure you're going to have a good race here in Imola. Maybe a hard soft could work too, or a medium soft to make sure that you are going to, how do I say this, compensate with two safety cars. If you think there's going to be two safety cars, just do whatever you want. Medium soft, medium hard soft, whatever you think is the best. But in my opinion, if you think there's going to be two safety cars, medium soft is the thing you should go for, which I do think actually that lets us straight. Oh no, it's first the standings. We're gonna go straight to the standings as Alfa Romeo is still leading the championship here with Williams in P2, Haas in P3, and we're still seeing RC being up top in the standings. It seems like he's back at it again here in the lobby, so he wants to to win once again another race. He wasn't there in the United States Grand Prix, so I mean his streak wasn't going to continue. And we've got Appentrotz in P2. He seems to be in the lobby too. And in P3, we've got Dusky Beard. Is he in the lobby too? It seems like it. So it's going to be once again a top three battle between the top three drivers. And we've got Chartman, who doesn't seem to be here, so he might lose a couple of points on AJ, the driver, who's not here actually. No, I saw him post a picture of him being in Miami in the exact same shop where I was a month ago. That was pretty iconic. Now we've got Olagi. He isn't there either. I think he actually is. All right. So we've got Olagi in the lobby. So he will be fighting for a top five position there. We're going straight into the predictions. As you guys know, it is going to be time for the predictions. My predictions on the top three amount of safety cars, biggest winner and biggest loser. Biggest winner. Well, I'm going to do the safety cars first. I think it's a quite easy one. There's going to be a lot of safety cars. There are going to be a lot of crashes. Even with 14 people in the lobby, Imola is always a track where you're going to have a lot of safety cars. So in my opinion, it would be two safety cars, maybe three. I'm going with two. Two safety cars. Ologi has already been disqualified from the session. That's quite an interesting one. Biggest winner is going to be DRL Mike. Biggest loser is going to be, what am I going with? No, I'm going Olagi with the biggest winner because he's starting all the way from P14. Biggest loser is going to be, who's going to have a good qualifying? Lee Craig maybe. He's going to have a good qualifying, but I'm pretty sure I'm not pretty sure, but I hope he isn't going to do pretty well in the race. Now we've got our top three. It's probably going to be RC, Appentrotz, and Tutsky. Maybe DRL Mike. I'm going DRL Mike with P3. Maybe P2. Where was Appentrotz last race? Let me have a quick look. Previous race. He wasn't in the top three. DRL Mike for top two? Yeah. RC, Appentrotz, DRL Mike, Appentrotz. That's going to be it. If you guys are watching and if you guys like this little strategy prediction thing, make sure to drop your predictions in the chat, as the winner will receive a free subscription to my channel. There we go. All right, so let's get straight into the qualifying, as I see that a couple of guys are already on track. We're going on board with League Rack at the moment. Tutsky has set the fastest lap already for the McLaren team. Wonder how League Rack is going to be able to beat that time from the McLaren driver. Let's have we don't want to what's it called, a POV view from the first second, do we? We want to see some scenery, because actually Imola is quite a nice track to drive around. There's a lot of trees, there's a lot of dirt and trees and green and all that stuff. A little bit, it gives me Spa vibes, you know, guys. Spa, the Spa Francorchamps. I mean, it gives me some sort of Spa vibes, you know. There's a lot of green, there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of people liking the track, because I heard quite a few people like Imola actually. Definitely not because of the amount of safety cars, but mainly because of how the track drives. And it's always great battling here. So you've got, well, two good overtaking opportunities, and for the rest you can easily stay stuck in the how'd you stick in the toe? No, stuck in the toe. That was it. Stuck in the toe and just drive along with the guy up front. Of course, you're gonna drain your battery. You're gonna drain your tires. Well, your tire degradation is gonna be horrible. We once saw AZ Dog here running with 70% tires, and he was. I mean, AZ Dog in the IRC league is not really good with his tire management, as we can tell on his races. But I mean, he always has to come into the pits for one more extra set of tires, and I don't know why that is actually. I think it's because he's a really aggressive driver. Whenever he sits in that toe, you know, just drives through every corner with a dirty air, you're gonna have hard degradation on your tires, and I definitely don't suggest these guys to do that here on Imola, because it's easily, I mean, it's easy to stuck in the toe, to be stuck in the toe and just keep your car there and I mean, then of course a soft hard wouldn't work. Maybe a medium hard would work, but it is risky because you're gonna overheat your tires due to dirty air and all that stuff. And we've got Vine Eye right now in turn 7. This was the corner I was talking about here. Coming into turn 7, you're gonna have a good exit coming out of the corner. And then of course here turn 9. And it doesn't seem like he has a good exit coming out of that corner. Whenever that's the case, you won't be able to have a great lap. Of course, you're gonna lose a couple of tenths as Divine is here. I don't think he's on an out lap. Well, he is on an out lap or an in lap. He has a 118.1, so that can definitely improve here in this qualifying, as there's still a couple of minutes left. So Divine can easily come into the pits and just set in some new sets of tires, maybe some new softs. You never know. If these guys are pitting on the mediums, that would be an interesting decision. Maybe Appentrost tried it in the beginning of the race, the qualifying I'm talking about here. He's finding himself right behind Mercedes. He has to watch out for not going into the wall. The AlphaTauri is coming up, so he's got to watch out that he's not going to be driving in his way. He goes nicely onto the how do I call this, advertisements, whatever they're called. Got Gerald Naismith right now coming across the finish line. And what is it going to be for the Mercedes driver? A 117.0. So he's going to put himself in P8. That's not really, I mean, how do I say this? That's not really great. It's not really bad either. But it is what it is right now. We've got Assassin on an out lap. He just came out of the pit lane there, warming up his tires at the moment. I'm pretty sure these softs are going to be easily warmed up here in Imola, because it's good weather, very sunny. And when is the Imola race actually going on? I think it's around February. No, it is going to be around April or May. And I mean, it's always sunny in Italy, so why not, you know? George Matt right now, 4 seconds of an improvement for the Red Bull driver. Let's have a quick look. He is coming into the pits, so this is not going to be an improvement for him. FC, I'm just going to call him Wes. FRR, that's not going to be it. So Wes here, ooh, takes a little bit too much of the curb down the outside there. That's going to cause him to lose a lot of tenths there, although he has the fastest second sector. I think he's a pretty fast driver here for the Phoenix Racing League. Across the last corner here, what is it going to be for the Alpine driver? Going to be clear. It's going to be a close 118. 117.9 is what Wes has to work with here in the Imola Grand Prix. He still has 9 minutes to go, so there's still a lot of time to come to the pits. And I think he's gone on AI mode right now. RC has the fastest lap of the session at the moment. Thank you for the follow, Granddad. I think you're the 150th. I'm gonna have a quick look. I think you are, actually. Let me have a quick look, guys. You are the 150th. Woo! Oh, yeah. Nice. I appreciate it, Granddad. I mean, I appreciate everyone who is actually following my channel. It's been a great journey. It's been a great journey. I started in September, I think. Whoa, yeah. All right, yeah. So, I mean, I started in September, I think, somewhere there. And my English was not that well, I must say. But the thing is, I mean, I've developed quite a good voice to commentate a little bit. I mean, a lot of people say my commentary is good and all that stuff, but I talk a bit too much. Pull your finger out, Lee Crack. All right, so we've got a Lee Crack fan here, the Red Bull driver. He seems to be sitting in P6 right now, 116.8. So still more than 1 second to improve to be able to compete with the top 3 here. I mean, with RC, but RC is a different breed, you know. The Dutch driver, he is so fast. It's not okay, guys. He's just out of this planet. But I mean, I'm pretty sure Lee Craig can do something here. Maybe the RL Mike or Abendroth. Abendroth is usually the one who's sitting pretty close to RC. He's in these standings, he's the only competitor with the Dutch driver. They're actually both Dutch drivers, and it seems like Abendroth right now has the fastest first sector. What is it going to be going into sector 2 here? Fast left-hander. He has to watch out to not come across that outside line, and he doesn't actually. Beautiful line from the Dutch driver going into the most, in my opinion, the most difficult section here in sector 2. Also this hard braking zone down the right side, but that's already in sector 3. He is improving by quite a bit. Has to watch out there, not cross the line. For track invalidations, of course. And then it's only 2 corners where you can not easily mess up, in my opinion. I mean, ooh, oh, hey, oh, that was an invalidation, guys. That should be not counting, but I mean, you take it how it is, a 116.1 for the Dutch driver. That's going to put him in P3. Let's have a quick look with Lee here. He drained all of his battery. Have a good lap here in the Imola qualifying for the Phoenix Racing League. He is going to come across the line with a 116.1. He's going to be so close to Abendroth there. And I think the track is warming up really heavily. And the track is getting faster and faster because you're seeing Lee Craig and Abendroth both improved more than 5/10. And I mean, you cannot magically appear 5/10 out of your head, right? And it's happening to both of these guys. So Sumi, I think he's one of the new guys too. Yes, the Alfa Romeo driver. I haven't seen him yet. In the session, RC is coming into the pit, so RC is going to be the teammate of Sumi here. He's going to be going safely into the pit lane. Who else is on the lap right now? The DRL Naismith is going to come across the line with a 116.3, 7/10 improvement. So as we can see, the track is most definitely getting heated and getting way faster. I mean, the warmer your track, the hotter your track, the faster it gets. Of course, you have to watch out for the overheating of your tires. But I mean, whenever you can manage that, pretty sure you're going to be able to pull a good lap out of your hat. And right now, we're seeing that Naismith has been able to do that, puts himself in P5 for the Mercedes team, as his teammate is in P8 right now. Swanee still in the pit lane, and I'm pretty sure he's still going to come out of the pit lane as soon as possible. So you wanna try and go for 2 laps here in Imola. I think that's really possible whenever you're on fresh softs. You've got a lot of energy spare. Let's say your first lap on the softs, well, your first fast lap, of course, has not been going how you wanted it. For example, in turn 9, you invalidate your lap and you want to save some battery. You know, you're gonna drive a little bit slower. Then you go for another lap. I think that's really possible on this track. It's quite a short one. It is only, let's have a quick look how long it is. It is 4.9 kilometers. My apologies for the bad quality. It appears like every time I move my mouse, the, the quality is going to be worse. Well, PlayStation, you know, guys. Swanee has come out of the pit lane here. And who else is on the lap? I think Wes is going to come across the line here to put a 117.9. That's not going to be an improvement, unfortunately. Oh, he wasn't an outlap. My apologies. The game was glitched once again. He's going to be starting his lap here, taking a lot of curb down the inside of turn 1 and turn 2, going into turn 3. Has to watch out to not lose his rear end there, going into turn 4 and 5. This is actually 5 and 6, I think. This one is 7. He takes a lot of curb on the outside, doesn't improve by anything. Takes a lot of curb down the inside there. That's not something I would suggest whenever I will be driving here on Imola. Going down the fast left-hander, doesn't take a tight line there coming into that corner. That might have costed him a couple of tenths too. Then, as I said, the most difficult part of the track here. We've got a hard braking zone, a little bit of a chicane here. He has to take a lot of curb, which he actually doesn't, but he goes through that section pretty fast in my opinion. And it's only the 2 last corners here. Of course, you've got a little bow right before the finish line, but I wouldn't count that as a corner. Of course, the game does. As you know, it's the game. It is actually turn... Ooh. I think it's 15 somewhere. No, it's going to be more. 18. He improved by a couple of tens, but not by too much. He doesn't have any ERS saved anymore, so he's probably not going to be able to improve, unfortunately. Although maybe if he takes a lot of time through the corners, but it's definitely not going to happen down the straight. There's only one main straight here in Imola, so I mean, there's nothing lost. He's improving by 1/10. I'm pretty sure, ooh, that might have costed him a couple of hundreds. He had a little snap there coming out of the corner into turn 7 here. Takes a better line than he did before. He's going very smoothly through these corners. Actually, I think he's racing on a wheel. He doesn't have these like shock you know, whenever you're someone racing on a controller, you're gonna be shocking with your steering wheel, because when you, I mean, he might though, or he's just not really used to racing on a wheel. Welcome up high. I'm not too sure who Chums is, but welcome. He's not gonna be improving. Apparently Lee is only 11 years old. That is crazy. Oh my days. All right, so we've got a Red Bull. Actually, Granddad. Granddad. All right. So next time, before you give that information, not do it in a public chat, because he is in Discord where all of this is getting organized, right? And you can be minimum 14 years old. So the more you're less than 14, well, if you're not 14, you cannot be on Discord. So basically, you ratted it out. Snake, snake granddad. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. No, but actually, I mean, not 11 years old is very impressive. Putting himself here in P4, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, do you know if he's racing on a racing wheel, or if he's racing on a controller? Because if he would be on, I mean, it would be impressive to have both. You know, I mean, whenever you're racing on a controller, you've got these tiny hands with a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 controller, and they do the work, you know, they do the work. But if he's racing on a wheel, that would be even more crazy. Because, I mean, oh, he puts himself in P4. RC with once again another improvement of 115.5. Absolutely madness here. So wheel, actually, oh, that's actually impressive, because usually whenever you're 11, you're not really hitting that growing stage yet. So I would say he's rather small, and whenever you're able to reach the pedals and just function very well here on this track. I mean, Imola is not an easy one to master, and Lee Greg seems to be doing fine here at his 11 years old. So 11 ages, how do you say that actually? I'm not English native, guys, so that's what's up right now. So the qualifying is over here. Chums is a friend of Aya. Chums tegen haar zusje dat ze mijn vriendin is. Oh, all right, that's good. Apai, what did you say about vibration? Vibration. I'm not too sure what that means. But here is gonna be the qualifying results. So RC DRL Naismith actually was very close here, 1/10 between the two. Then we've got DRL Mike in P3, Apentros in P4, Lee Greg in P5. Then we've got Sumi, Dusky, Assassin, Swanee, and Divine to finish off the top 10. The rest is Wes, Waza, George, and Olagi to finish off the qualifying. So Olagi actually didn't get the chance to put a good lap in here. He got disqualified very early into the stage. Oh, you said, I'm not too sure. He's not feeling the controller when he's hitting the curb. You meant he's not feeling any vibration when hitting the curb. Did I say that? And I swear, I never said he's not feeling the controller when he's hitting the curb. I swear I never said that. All right. Appa, if you can find, no way I said that. Can you watch the stream back and no way, I didn't say that. I swear to God, if someone can clip this and send it to me, I give them 10 euros. This is not true. All right, no, maybe it is true. I'm a little bit for like I forget a lot of things. I'm not gonna be doing any bets here, but I'm so sure I didn't say that. Appai, just watch my stream back and just clip it and send it to me. Did I say it? Oh, Naismith. Yeah, man. P2. That's a great result for the Mercedes team. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to compete here with RC. I want to see someone beat RC because that fucker has been winning races all over again and all over again. This cannot be happening. The Dutch guy has to be destroyed. Actually, it has to happen in the actual F1 too. But who is going to be Max Verstappen, right? RC is the GOAT. He is the GOAT in racing, but he's a little bit like Max Verstappen. A lot of guys don't like Max Verstappen because he's winning races. And that's the same thing for me with RC. He has won. Let us have a quick look. I think it's I want to say it's the granddad of Lee, but I'm not gonna be doing that because I might be wrong. All right. So the standings. He has won 6 races. 6 races out of the 8. Come on. All right, Apai. Have a great evening. I wish you a pleasant day. See you tomorrow. Oh, I'm not his granddad. Okay. You know, it would be funny if you were his granddad, right? So just I don't know. It would be funny. It would be cute at the same time. Just knowing that your granddad is supporting you. I mean, I would love that my grandparents would support me, although they're dead. So it's not gonna happen, unfortunately. Don't make me cry, guys. Don't make me cry. Right, so we talked about the strategy earlier. And we're gonna have a quick sneak peek on what lead to crash in 2 laps. All right, that's gonna be the gas here. Tire wise, we're gonna be on mediums for League Rex. The guy who's watching in the stream, Granddad bought. League Rex is in P5 with mediums on. The only driver in the top 5 on hards seems to be the RL Mike. In my opinion, that's the best decision. Then we've got Sumi and Tutski on the hards, Define on the hards, and we've got Waza on the hards. So actually a lot of Dutch guys in the lobby here. We've got RC, Apendrot, Tutski, and I think Waza is also Dutch. And then we've got Swanee, who is Dutch speaking. Naismith is in the lobby, so I think he should be focusing on warming up his tires instead of chatting. Right. Everyone is going to be setting themselves on track here. Ooh, the Aston Martin is going. Ooh, my days. That's really close. Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, so apparently Naismith starts are crap, so we will be watching together with Naismith on his start. So, I mean, we're going to see everyone start. And Lee Craig also disqualified, unfortunately. All of the rest seems to be pretty good here. So it's going to be 5 red lights here for the Season 6 Round 8 around the Imola Grand Prix. And away we go here in the Phoenix Racing League. I hope everyone is going to be having a clean... What is happening here? Naismith already lost position. Lee Greg won 1 position. He's got to watch out for the Mercedes there. Cuts into the line a little bit. But Lee Crack seems to be holding up very strong. Has a little bit of a snap there. As the Haas driver, there's a lot of... Oh no, Olagi has been waiting all qualifying just to get DNF'd in the first lap, in the first corner there. There's a lot of carnage right now. Already a virtual safety car. So we are just waiting till that safety car goes away. 5-second penalty. Gliding with Apentrots. And Apentrots, oh no, we lost him. He's all the way in P11. He doesn't have a penalty though. too sure where he started. I think he started somewhere around P4. He actually started P4. There's some overtaking going on here. That's not allowed, unfortunately. And it is green flag. So we're going underway here once again with the Imola Grand Prix. These are some beautiful sceneries, but Lee cost that incident 15 seconds and 25 penalty points and 3 quali bans for the Red Bull driver, apparently, is what Granddad says in the chat. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be through. That's going to that's going to be the result of this race. Beautiful scenery here. We've got the Mercedes driver right behind DRL Mike, and I think these two are going to give some great sparks during the race. Mercedes driver on medium tires. I think DRL Mike is on hard tires, so he's going to have a tough job keeping the Mercedes driver right behind him. I'm talking about DRL Naismith here. These guys are going to have some heated battles. I think they know each other from another league, because otherwise they wouldn't have the abbreviations DRL. And if they've been racing each other, they probably know each other for a long time already, and they know how each other drive. They know when to make a move and when not. Got Apentrots here going down the inside, around the outside actually of the AlphaTauri driver. He takes a track limit there, going out of that corner, and he's gonna have a tough job getting past Waza here. Oh wait, hold up, he already got past. All right, that was easy. It's always when I switch over to someone else, they make the overtake all of a sudden. Mercedes driver coming down the main straight here to start lap 3. Fastest lap for Lee Crack right now. He is on the mediums. We've got Daryl Naismith down the inside. He is already getting past the Aston Martin driver, and that will be moved on here by Naismith. Now his next target is going to be RC, who seems to be on medium tires, but he can keep up the pace pretty well with the Aston Martin driver, and I think he might be up for a good run here in sector 2. He might have the race setup on, which RC usually has the quali setup on, and quali setups are good during a race, but it's gonna cause some tire overheating, because you're gonna set your tire pressures as high as possible. I mean, the more pressure you're gonna have on your tires, the more it's gonna overheat, right? Lee Greg right behind DRL Mike here. Swanee seems to overtake the AlphaTauri here in P10 and P9. Tusky, who seems to be gaining time on George Matt. George Matt once again with a good recovery race. He didn't have great qualifying. Gonna have a quick look. He already gained 7 positions once again. We saw that last week too, where he was gaining a lot of positions, and then all of a sudden in the last few laps he gave it away by crashing into the wall. I'm not too sure. I think he crashed into the wall, if I remember quite well. DRL Naismith with the fastest lap. So this is going to be a great push towards the Dutch driver in P1. The more he's going to push, the more he's going to drain his battery, the more he's going to drain his tires, and he's just bringing the guys behind along him. So it's going to be a 4-way battle here for P1. I'm pretty sure in a couple of laps. It's going to be only lap 4 right now. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. That seems to be the Haas of Apentrots here. Unfortunately, he is all the way in P11, so he has lost 7 positions. The top 3 hasn't changed any positions, so DRL Naismith, who made the position back up in the early stage of the race, is finding himself in P2 right now. Hard to keep up with RC here. He's dropping some 10s, although he's making them back up here in sector 3, and I think this might be the sector of DRL Naismith where he is gonna have to do it, and whenever he's gonna be trying to overtake RC, just get into that slipstream, get into that DRS of the Alfa Romeo driver, and just make a move down the straight, because you're only gonna have one DRS straight here, and that's gonna be the straight they're driving on right now. It's gonna be quite a long one. And whenever that's the case, it's easily going to be able to, well, you're easily going to be able to make an overtake, as we can see here. Lee Greg making a move on the Aston Martin, and that's going to be moved on. He's not going to move down the inside line to defend. Neither is DRL Mike going to move down the inside line to make an overtake. These guys are just going to keep it clean here. But they're already forming a little bit of a gap between themselves and Naismith in P2. And I mean 1.4 seconds, it's doable, but the more you're gonna battle, the more you will be losing time. And the more it's gonna be, the harder it's gonna be to gain some time later during the later stage of the race, you know. We're gonna have a quick look here if anyone else is pretty close. It doesn't seem like it's only the top four are gonna be battling pretty close with each other. The other guys have already lost a couple of seconds between each other. I mean, we're seeing George Matt being 6 seconds behind Tutski. And George Matt, I mean, he doesn't have the pace right now, so he might have broken front wing or something. Swanee seems to be right behind him. And I'm not too sure what's up with George Matt right now. He might be on AI mode. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm gonna be stove? Is that a stove? I'm gonna shut down my stove real quick. It was getting really hot. So right now we've got George Matt getting overtaken by the Mercedes driver. He's going once again for a move, but it's not gonna happen here. Unfortunately, he's gonna keep it really close to Swanee, making a dive bomb down the inside of turn 7. Unfortunately, he didn't make the move work, as the Red Bull driver is going to be up for redemption here if he can keep up with the toe of Swanee. Appentrots making his way back up here in P10, right behind the McLaren driver, and it's going to be a side-by-side battle, but it seems like Appentrots has won that battle to capture P10 here for the Haas team. So that's going to be a couple of points on the board, because you guys know that everyone who is finishing here this race is going to get some points on the board. So it doesn't matter whether you're P20, P15, P2, P3, P6, you're always going to score points. And I think that's a really great decision by these guys, just to avoid people DNFing from the race. Or retiring, of course. You cannot really choose to DNF. I mean, you can actually. George Matt making a move back again on Swanee. These guys are going to have a heated battle for the whole race, in my opinion. We're all already half past 20% of the race, I think. Yeah, we're actually 25, somewhere around there. 20. Something around there. And George is gonna be leading these two to the top 6. There's still 7.4 seconds to gain on Tutski Beer to be able to make a move into the top 6. That's going to be a great challenge for the Red Bull driver. Appentrots making a move down the inside here of Waza. He's going to try get those positions back up. His next target is going to be Swanee here. Seems to be struggling keeping up with George Matt. Takes a track limit there to be able to keep up with the DRS of George Matt. Just in case you want to make the overtake down the main straight. You're not going to lose the toe. 9/10. That's really close for the Mercedes driver, and he's probably not going to be able to make a move down the first corner. Will indeed not happen. Wes, who seems to be pretty close with Assassin here at the back of the grid. 8/10 is the difference between the two, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, whenever Wes has a good exit here throughout these last few corners, he's going to be able to make a move down the main straight. Whenever you're going to deploy some DRS, whenever you're going to deploy some ERS, he doesn't seem to be close enough. George West, who spins it once again, who bottles it once again. There's going to be a safety car for that, apparently. Appentrots has overtaken the Red Bull driver. It seemed like George Matt was not really happy with that happening, because he was weaving a little bit, maybe out of frustration there. The Dutch driver has overtaken him during a virtual safety car. No, it is actually a real safety car. Yellow flags. Not too sure if you guys are familiar here. Whenever you're on yellow flag, you cannot overtake. You've got to lower down your speed. George Matt has a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting there. He's probably going to come into the pits. He might retire though. Otherwise, why would you cut the corners like that? That's my question for you guys. Oh, he's got to watch out for the Haas in front of him. There's actually a lot of guys coming into the pits. George Matt has indeed retired from the session. Who's gonna park his car? Well, the thing with this game is the car gonna be driving again out of the pit lane? I'm not too sure. But sometimes when you retire in the pit lane, it doesn't register your retirement and it goes... The car goes back on track. So that's a little bit of a shitty thing that's happening. Olegi has left the session, unfortunately. Now RC finds himself in P3. My question for you is Sonny gonna let him go through? He is his teammate and he wants the Alfa Romeo team to be winning, and he is on a slower tire, so I think he's not gonna be battling RC, but is he gonna let him go through? Hold up Naismith and Lee Craig here. Pretty sure he's gonna be defending with Naismith and Lee Craig just to keep the position. Because these guys are all on hard tires. RC seems to be on mediums. That's interesting. He's coming back into the pits. He probably made a mistake there. He's going in for hards probably, and that's gonna lose him the race, in my opinion, because he's got to overtake so many people when the safety car is gonna come in. He is indeed gonna go for hard tires. Yeah, he might have lost his race here. In my opinion, he would have better stayed on the mediums and just get a great gap between himself and P2. Just hope for another safety car. Right now, he is all the way at the bottom of the grid. He's got 11 people to overtake to be able to get into P1. All these guys are warming up their tires right now. They're thinking the safety car is going to come into the pits right now. Well, of course, during this lap. Now, I've got an announcement to make. Apparently, Apentrots has today driven his 50th race for the Phoenix Racing League. So congratulations to you. His first race was in Season 2, Race 10. In this 50 race period, he has won 3 races. He's got 14 podiums. He's got 2 poles. So congratulations to you, Apentrots. I'm pretty proud of you. But I mean, 14 podiums on 50 races, that can go better. And the safety car is gonna come in. So it's gonna be DRL Mike leading his way here. When is he gonna go? He seems to be going right now. Sumi, has he been caught sleeping? It does appear like it. DRL Naismith is gonna be up for a battle here. Is he gonna throw it down the inside? He's gonna go around the outside here into turn 2. Ooh, the Alfa Romeo is gonna brake very late, and it seems to be working there because he has held Naismith right behind him. Swanee has already moved up a couple of positions. Apentrots in P7 right now, so I hope, especially for his 50th race, he's either gonna win the race or just get a podium, because that would be nice. You know, RC is already making his way up to P9 right now. Wes, Waza, and Divine got eaten by the Dutch Lion here. I'm gonna call him the Dutch Lion right now. Congratulations to Apentrots, the main man, the GOAT himself. Yes, indeed, and Transic, welcome. joining the stream. Swanee with once again another 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings here. Where's... Oh, yeah. No, George Matt had that penalty, but it's not going to be shown on the stream, of course. These guys are sitting pretty close with each other. Swanee is going to be the first one to be able to make an overtake, I think. Not too sure when the DRS is going to be coming. I think it's going to be next lap. He has to watch out for those track limits. I think he got another one there right before the last turn. He's going to have a bad setup down the main straight. DRL Naismith has made the move down the inside of Sumi. That's going to be moved on for the Mercedes driver. His next target is going to be Mike. He is on all tires though, so it's going to be easily done by Naismith. As his first task is to get a little closer to him, which seems to be a little difficult right now. I mean, 1.1 seconds, and it doesn't appear like there's going to go anything off of that time. There on Mike, who seems to have good pace on those old hards. Although he doesn't take the corner very well there, and we're going to go straight on to Dutski here, who's having a battle with Swanee. Both of the drivers are Dutch speaking here. I'm going to say something in Dutch real quick. Swanee ruikt naar kaas. No, I couldn't think of it, anything, so my apologies, Swanee. Tutski, no, actually Tutski ruikt naar kaas. Because in the Netherlands, they eat a lot of cheese. Well, in Belgium actually too, so I don't know what I'm saying. Beemster kaas. Lekker. Echt lekker. RC makes the move down the inside of the assassin. Waza with a 5-second time penalty. That's going to be frustrating for the AlphaTauri driver. Pretty sure he's not going to retire from the race. He has been holding up strong with his, well, finishes. I think he does. The crack still right behind Sumi here. Trying to get past the Alfa Romeo driver, but it seems to be struggling. Getting close to Sumi. He's going to be stuck around this 4/10 for quite a long time. As Sumi takes a track limit there. 3/10 for Lee Crack at the moment on his new hard tires. RC has already caught up to P8 right now. Dusky being pretty close to Swanee. I mean, 4/10 is a long way to go for the McLaren driver here, as he always has a bad exit coming out of corners. I mean, not every corner, but sometimes here in Imola, I feel like he sometimes has a bad exit, as this one also. Swanee has a way better exit coming out of that one. Right now, it doesn't appear like he has a bad exit there. He's gonna use a lot of energy here to be able to make a move on Swanee. Around the outside, he says. That's going to be moved on. Although Swanee is going to be battling, and it's going to be a collision between the two. It is a Dutch-Belgian battle. That did not happen as clean as it looked like. Well, it didn't look clean because, of course, they spun. RC is already making his way up the grid right now, having a battle with Apentrots. Is he going to be pushing me off track? It doesn't appear like it. Apentrots, who has to battle back for that position, be able to get onto the podium. Crash in turn 1 of Imola. Imagine my shock. It always has to happen once. Who was at fault? Oh, by the way, Antronsic, I've got a question for you. Right. So the guys who... Yeah, maybe I should be commentating. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till it's gonna be a little calmer. But I've got a question for a couple of guys. I'm searching some... I'm gonna say employees, but I'm organizing an event, a racing event, which will be going through 7th of April, the 14th of April, and the 21st of April. Lee Greg has made the move on Sumi here. Beautifully done by the Red Bull driver. We didn't see it, unfortunately, and DRL Naismith has caught up with DRL Mike. So I wonder what... Well, I'm gonna do this little overtake probability thing that the F1 usually do. So I think he's going to be able to make the overtake on the main straight. Yeah, so a half lap. Sasson right now overtaking Appentrotz, and I'm not too sure what's up with Appentrotz right now, but he doesn't seem like he has the pace here on Imola. He might thought, oh, it's my 50th race. Today we're going to be driving Chilly Willy with our Billy. I'm not too sure. Who still seems to be very close of Assassin. Has a good exit coming out of the corner. He might already be making a move. Although it wouldn't be very smart because that way you won't have the DRS. Right now it seems like he's going to be holding up. He's going to have the DRS. Is Naismith going to be able to make the overtake? I don't think so. He's not close enough. My prediction didn't come through. But Appentrotz is going to have the DRS though. Although, DRS already being used. Ooh. These guys are having some wheel banging here. But Appentrotz has taken a position. Luckily, there hasn't been any incident there that would have ended badly here in Imola. DRL Naismith in P2. I mean, he's right behind Mike, but as I said already, Imola is not an easy track to make an overtake. There's not a lot of overtake opportunities because the ones I said in turn 2, turn 5 are already some questionable corners to make an overtake on. Because it's high speed, right? And it's always more difficult to make a high speed overtake than a low speed overtake. And you've got turn 2, which is a high speed left turn. You've got a turn 5, which is a high speed left turn. And then in my opinion, it would be only turn 7 and the long main straight, which are good overtaking opportunities. Turn 1 is all right because you've got a lot of room. But coming out of the corner, you don't have a lot of room. So the move has to happen before the corner is done. You know, it has to happen through the corner. Errol Naismith, who still can't seem to get past the Aston Martin driver. And all he's doing right now is just draining his tires. But we have to make sure, well, we have to be aware that DRL Mike and Sumi still have to come into the pits. Sumi, who has caught up 2 positions. DRL Mike too. But these guys are going to be battling for top 6 maybe. Top 7, top 8, top 9, top 10 maybe. Because they're going to lose so much positions whenever coming into the pits for new tires. And this is going to be the opportunity DRL Naismith has been waiting for. 3 tenths between Mike. If he can keep it up strong here through the last 2 corners, he's going to be able to make the move. DRL Mike, is he going to come into the pits? Is there going to be a safety car? That would ruin the race of Naismith here, but that's not going to happen. He's going to have the DRS. Not going to use any ERS, it seems like. And the move has been done. Naismith into P1. Sumi here in P4. Isn't catching League Wreck. Swanee. I'm not too sure what to think of Swanee. Dear old Mike has lost it, guys. This is not great news because he was battling with Naismith pretty hard, and I'm not too sure if this was caused by an incident. What I'm looking at doesn't appear like it. Naismith is still 3 seconds in front of League Wreck. If there would be an incident, then Naismith would have lost more time than what he lost right now. It doesn't appear like it affected him by any chance. Sumiyu seems to be pretty close to League Wreck. There's an Alfa Romeo crashing, causing a yellow flag, and that seems to be RC here. So he doesn't have a smoothless race either. Oh, smooth. DRL Naismith is... What is happening with these guys? It's a little bit of a plague. He has to watch out for his teammate there. Natsumi coming into the pits. What tire will he be going on? Probably the mediums, as there are still 13 more laps to come. Tutski right behind DRL Mike. Mike, who still has to come into the pits though. And I think Tutski is going to make quick work out of him. He is on fresher tires. Let's have a quick look here. 10-lap old mediums. I mean, those are already pretty old though. But the guys who have gone for mediums, I'm not too sure what their decision was behind the choosing the mediums. But they still have to go 13 more laps. So whenever they don't feel this has been manipulated, could be. It is the government or the CIA just standing there with a gun. You're gonna crash right now, or we will shoot your dog. I mean, League Rack is winning the race right now. RC with the fastest lap. He's in P2. Oh no. Uh-oh. This is going to be dangerous. DRL Mike is going to come into the pits. He has had enough of these old hearts. Bonnie just got overtaken by his teammate there. So Naismith has caught back up to the top 5. But I mean, you were winning the race at some point during the race. And right now you've got to be happy with 10 points on the board. I mean, medium, yeah, actually they are. I mean, staying onto the mediums for 12 more laps is going to be outrageous. I mean, 11 laps already. They seem to be struggling a little bit. And starting on the hards wasn't the greatest decision, but of course, a driver does not know whenever you're going to have a early or a late safety car. In this case, it was an early safety car. So, I mean, too bad of the guess, too bad of the risk. But it's a risk you got to take as a racing driver there. Going down the main straight here, we've got RC, who doesn't seem to catch up with, although, nope, we're gonna go straight to Wes here, as he's gonna come across the last corner of the track. Is he gonna come into the pits? It doesn't appear like it. 4 tenths for the Alpine driver. What are things looking like for him here? Is he gonna be able to make the dive bomb down the inside? He's gonna throw it down the inside, but he's gonna back off. Luckily, that was beautifully moved. Well, beautifully done by the Alpine driver. My apologies for mispronouncing words, but I've got to blow my nose, and I don't have time to blow my nose. I'm not gonna do it. I'm stubborn. You know, guys, until 2 years ago or 1 year ago, I didn't know what stubborn means. Right now, I know it, but I didn't know, actually. I didn't know how bad my English actually was. Right now, I still don't know what some words are in English, which is quite normal because I don't speak English on a daily basis except for the commentary, but it's also always the same words I'm using, right? So it's going to be RC here. Probably going to be able to make the move. He's going to have the DRS. He's going to use a little bit of DRS here. Down the inside, as that will be moved done by the Alfa Romeo driver. Is the Red Bull driver going to try and go down the inside? It doesn't appear like it. 3-second time penalty for DRL Mike, as he's going to be all the way down in P10. And I'm not too sure what he should have done. What would have been better? Staying out on the hards. Just pit whenever you have to pit onto the mediums, or pit early for mediums like Tutski and divined it. Don't know what the best option is there. He does have the fastest lap though, DRL Mike, so he has 1 point extra on the board. The Greg is losing the toe of RC here. RC, who really has the pace here, stepping up the pace for the Alfa Romeo team. And I mean, Lee Craig cannot give up, because it only has to be one track limit that RC needs to have a 3-second time penalty. And in that, I mean, it's always too late whenever you realize someone has a penalty, you know? You get overtaken, you you think, "Oh, I can't get this guy anymore." And then all of a sudden they get a 3-second time penalty. You're out of the 3 seconds and you're going to be pushing. You're going to be thinking, "Oh shit, if I would have been a little bit closer here, I would be able to get to punish those 3-second time penalties." Um but it's always too late, and I mean, it's always going to be risky whenever you're pushing, when you're out of the 3 seconds, because you're going to be pushing. You're going to be trying to get into those 3 seconds, but it's either two situations. Oh, well, three, if you're not going to crash. You're going to be pushing too much, trying to get into those 3 seconds, and you're going to crash because you're pushing too much. While the other thing is you're pushing much and you're not going to crash. There's not going to happen anything. You're inside the 3 seconds. You're going to be winning the position. But the other thing is, let's say you're pushing so much and you're going to be getting into the 3 seconds. And at that point, you're saying, "Oh, yes." And you're so happy that you accidentally do something wrong and you're going to crash. That's called, in Belgium, it's called decompressie. Decompression, I think it's called in English. It's basically, well, I use it in dart terms, but I think it's a little bit the same in race terms. You're just basically, when you made a move, right? Let's say you made a move down the inside, you made it work, but all of a sudden, a driver is going to be crashing. The same driver that has overtaken that one car in down the inside, and that's called decompression, because you lost focus. You're so happy that you lost focus, and that's basically what happens in darts too. You know, you throw 180, you throw a 9 darter, which I have never done. I've thrown 7 180s, so I'm pretty proud of myself. So I would, you know, the thing is, whenever you're scoring your first 180, right? So let's say you're darting, right? Your first dart is in the triple 20. Your second dart is in the triple 20. Your third dart is in the triple 20. You're saying, "Oh my days, my first 180." And then you're going to be throwing a 26 after that. That's a pretty depressing scenery, but it happens. It happens. It always happens to me, though. I'm throwing a 180. I'm throwing a 26 afterwards. Or maybe a 3. You know, 3 darts into one. Right, and it seems to be a little... Oh, no. Daryl Mike is going to be able to make the overtake, though. I was going to explain the event, but it seems like we have to wait a little bit more. It's 7 more laps to go, so I'm pretty sure we can wait until that's done to announce the event, of course. Oh, and DRL Mike is most definitely gonna be able to make the move. He almost made the move already into the corner. That's pretty crazy. Divine is coming into the pits. These 15 old laps are not lap mediums are not gonna make it until the end. He's pretty sure. Or he's gonna come into the pits and try to go for the fastest lap. Because he was gonna get overtaken by DRL Mike anyway. And he's gonna be faster than Assassin on his 5-level mediums. I think that might be the case too. When you do the darting, is that true? What does it mean? Guys, don't ban me. I'm not native English. I don't know what this means. When you do the darting, it sounds logical. You do darts, right? Or what do? You dart, but you do darts, right? I don't know. Well, it is like that in Belgium, so don't ban me. Play darts. Yeah. Well, what does do darting mean? Does it mean take a shit? I'm pretty sure it isn't. Although... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no. That's not what I meant, guys. No. Don't do drugs. It's not good for your health, and you're gonna be addicted. So don't do it. You know, water is still fine. My drinks is Fanta. So take your Fantas, guys. Oh, it appears that everyone is out of the 1 second. So we will be talking about the event. The event is called King of Leagues, and it is created by myself, happening on the 7th of April, the 14th of April, and the 21st of April. So basically, 5 leagues are going to be competing against each other to crown themselves King of Leagues. The winning league is going to get a certificate of winning the event, and they can do whatever they want with it. You know, it's going to be player cars, so every team can. The only drug I take is love. Oh, oh, that's so cute. Oh, all right. So let's focus on this one first, and We will be going straight back talking about the event. So Appentrots is in P3. He is caught up with Lee Greg. He is up for a podium in his 50th race. Waza has retired from the session, and we might be seeing a safety car. We do indeed see a safety car. So who's going to come into the pits? Appentrots. If you can hear me, come into the pits, please. Although, think about it. Appentrots, if you can listen, think about it. There's going to be 3 laps of safety cars, right? The safety car is going to go away in lap 30. Can you hold outraging people on the softs? Can you hold them for 2 laps? That's going to be the question. Or are you going to take the risk coming into the pits and take the risk that everyone else behind you is not going to pit? Just do whatever the car in front of you does. And that would be the best decision, in my opinion. So RC, is he coming into the pits? RC is coming into the pits. Lee Crack is coming into the pits. Appentrots is also coming into the pit. 5-second penalty for RC. Speeding in the pit lane. This is awful. This is great, but it's also awful. Apologies, guys. So everyone is actually coming into the pits. It is going to be Appentrots, RC, Lee Crack, Tutski, DRL Naismith, Swanee, Sumi, DRL Mike, Wes, Divine, and Assassin. Unfortunately, Assassin made the pit stop, and he is on fresh soft, but he's all the way at the back of the grid. Oh, RC is going to be so frustrated. Oh, you know what the thing is? Maybe Appentrots can get a race win on his 50th race. That would be amazing. It would be his 4th race win here. So, that would be a great way to end your race. Your 50 race period, and then you can start another 50 race period. Whenever the league is going to be up there, 5 more seasons. 4, 3, 4, actually 4. All right, guys. So what I was talking about, right? The King of Leagues event. It is an event where 5 leagues are going to be competing against each other. The winning league can crown themselves King of Leagues for the first edition, the first edition of the King of Leagues event. Because there's most definitely going to be happening a couple in the future. I hope so. Whenever this would be a success. But I'm still searching for employees. What I need is a event manager who basically, how do I say this? Let's say a server manager. I'm the event manager and also have another event manager, so I think that's enough. No, actually, maybe I could use an event manager just to get more leagues involved. Because right now I've got 3. Let's have a quick look. I've got Rogue Racing. I've got everyone's Welcome Racing League. And we have got these ones, Speed Force Racing. So these 3 are already in the event, but we're still searching for 2 more leagues, and we're in talks with a couple, but they don't seem to be as interested as I hoped they would be, so I might not take them. But yeah, every league can design their own player car, There's going to be a minimum of 6 drivers who all have to drive a maximum of 2 races. So, I mean, of course, when you're with 6, you're always going to have everyone race twice because otherwise you don't have enough drivers. But for example, if you've got 10 racers, you're going to be racing with 10 in 3 different races. Of course, I mean, not with 10 at the same time, but it would be 4, 4, and then the 2 that haven't been chosen yet, and then maybe the 2 fastest because you can drive twice with a driver. So that would be, I mean, the way I think about it. If you've got only fast drivers, I mean, why not just take the risk and go for 12 drivers or 15 drivers so you have a couple of reserves? And I know the what's it called? The Everyone's Welcome Racing League already has their lineup. So they've got everything ready. And the safety car is coming in this lap, so we will be focusing on that pretty soon. But I mean, if you guys are interested in a steward role, a event manager role, stream manager, social media is going to be my girlfriend because I mean, she is a social media wonder. But I mean, if you guys are interested in that, make sure to DM me in Discord or through Messenger, and we'll see what happens. That will also be streamed onto this platform on the 7th of April, 14th of April, and the 21st of April. So RC seems to be already going. He has gone for mediums here. Two laps to go. And this Appentrot's going to be making a move. It doesn't appear like it. Lecrack seems to be more likely to make a move. There's a little bit of an incident here between Swanee and Tutski. These guys already had an incident there. Ooh, Tutski is going to defend the inside. Swanee is going around the outside. Is he going to spin the McLaren driver? It does not appear like it. Swanee, 3-second time penalty, and he has gone into the dirt. So these guys are going to get fairly frustrated on each other. DRL Naismith, who is still in P4, and I mean Tusky, who has 1 spin, Swanee, and Swanee, who has 1 spin, Tusky. So I mean, it's fair enough, And all Swanee can do right now is just nail. How do I say this? Oh, dear old Mike with a 3-second time penalty. But I mean, Lecrack has made the move down the inside there. And Appentrot's, they're not gonna have DRS though. Oh, 3-way battle here. Are they going 3-side? Three-way. I don't know how I should call it. I forgot the word. Ooh, Appentrot's down the inside there of RC. Has the move been done? It does appear like it. Ooh, Carnage. It's not gonna be Carnage, although he's defending very heavily there, RC. But Appentrot's is gonna make the position due to his soft tires, and right now RC is under battle from behind there. DRL Naismith, who's keeping up the pace with the Alfa Romeo driver, who seems to be the only driver who has pitted for medium tires there, as Wes and Divine did not come into the pits. We're gonna have a quick look with Appentrot's. Is he gonna score his first podium, his first winning? No, it's not gonna be his first podium or his first race, but it's been a win for quite a long time. I mean, he has only won 3 races here. He is getting chased from behind though. RC with once again another 3-second time penalty, and Appentrot's has to watch out for those 3 seconds too. He doesn't have a lot of ERS saved, only 17%. How much does Lecrack have? Not much either. So it's gonna be a good battle down the straight line. I think Appentrot's even took a track limit there to have a better exit. It's going to be DRS enabled, but they won't have the DRS, unfortunately. And I think it's going to be a race win for Lecrack here, guys. Appentrot's still sticking in P2. And if Lecrack can keep up with the nerfs here, he is going to win this Grand Prix. But it all depends on what Appentrot's is going to be doing here. He goes a little bit wide there, takes a lot of curb. He has the fastest first sector, so he's really pushing here. But we cannot forget about RC right behind the Haas driver. But it would be a bit lame for RC to push here because he's got 8 seconds of penalties. So, I mean, if you would make it a late dive bomb down the inside of the house, it would be a bit frustrating for Apentrots there. But I think Lee Greg has won it here, and Apentrots can be very happy. He came all the way from the back of the grid. He catch a P2 here. He's the top three has already taken a distance from the rest of the grid. Sumiyu is getting overtaken from the inside from Tutski. Tutski, who's going to score a top 5 position here. Congratulations to Lee Greg here. He is going to score his first podium, his first race. I mean, it's not going to be his first podium, but his first race win here in Imola. Apentrots in P2, DRL Naismith in P3, and RC has dropped all the way to P7. That's got to be frustrating. And as we can see at the bottom, Formula 1 Rolex Emilia Romana Grand Prix. Emilia Romana? I think Emilia Romana, right, guys? I'm not too sure. RCS left the session. He is going to be frustrated. And there we go. This is going to be your standings. Lee Greg with a well-deserved win. Apentros with a well-deserved P2, in my opinion. Naismith with a well-deserved P3. The rest is going to be Tutski. Wes, he has a very surprising race. I mean, he was at the back of the grid for a whole race. And I mean, he's getting a P5 here. Also a Dutch driver. So all of these Dutch drivers. Let me have a quick look. There are 2 Dutch drivers in the top 5. That's great. Now we've got Sumi, the Slovakian or the Slovenian. Let me have a quick think. I think it's Slovenia. MP6 RC. He has changed to Irish. Wasn't he Dutch? I thought he was Dutch though. He might be switching to Ireland. Yeah, it is what it is. Divine in P8, Assassin in P9, and to finish off the top 10, it's gonna be Swanee. Then we've got DRL Mike, Waza, George Matt, and Ology. So congratulations to everyone who has made it till the end of the finish line. DRL Mike has the fastest lap with a 117.6. So he's going to score 1 point on the board. And that's going to be your Imola Grand Prix, guys. So my opinions on this race, it was a very chaotic race. There was a lot of... there were a lot of incidents. I mean, there were a couple. We didn't see a lot, but I think there were a couple. And I mean, a great top 3. I couldn't think of a better one. RC, who unfortunately dropped out of the top 3. But I mean, whenever you've got 8 seconds of penalties, that's what happens. You know, whenever there is a late safety car, you've got a lot of penalties. That's going to be your punishment. Then next time, just keep it safe into the pit lane. Keep it safe with the track limits, and you're going to be able to catch that top 3 position there, as RC was coming across the finish line in P3, but he dropped back to P7, unfortunately. Then we've got Apentrots in P2. It was his 50th race today for the Phoenix Racing League. He has been in here since Season 2, Round 10. It's been already a long time ago. I mean, he has caught some good points for the Haas team, so they definitely gonna be up there in the constructors. And then we've got Lee Greg in P1. Congratulations. He is only 11 years old, apparently, as that's the information I received. And yeah, DRL Naismith in P3. Nothing to say about that. He's just driven a consistent race there. Apparently, he was smashing it, and tires just went off. So, congratulations on the top 3, guys. The rest, also congratulations on your points as you made it across the finish line. I will be ending my stream here, unfortunately. Make sure to look back at the last safety car where where I've been talking about my own event, which I will be holding with other leagues. Yeah, I mean other leagues in an event, right? Lee is 45, not 11. Oh my days! I have been trolled here. I have been trolled. All right, Lee. Apologies. I've got wrong information. I've fake news. They have given me fake news, and I will be not appreciating this, guys. I'm gonna be crying right now. There in the corner. No, but as I was saying, I mean, I will be holding an event called King of Leagues, and I mean, there's gonna be something about it on the Twitch channel, as I will be making a video about that pretty soon. Whenever all the 5 leagues are known, right now it's only the Everyone's Welcome League, Rogue Racing, and Sideline Racing. I think they're called Sideline Racing. I think it's Sideline Racing. Right. So I thank everyone for watching. There's something in my eye. It is definitely disturbing me. It's annoying as fuck. All right. So I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. As usually, I'm going to be finishing off with my famous line. This was Phoebe Thomas as your commentator. I will see you guys next week. Peace out.